Hi everyone, so in this video I wanted to show you how I go about doing a Plexigel overlay on natural nails. There are a couple of nails on here that I have had to extend slightly just because there was a couple that had broken. So to begin with, I always start with a glass nail file, and the reason that I use a glass nail file is so that it doesn't fracture the end of the nail itself. It's a lot kinder to the nail and you can sort of create that backwards and forwards motion without worrying about breaking the nail at all. Obviously, if you were going to use a grit file, then you wouldn't use anything more than a 240 grit file. So once you've done all of the hands, both the hands, you would then start working on the cuticles. So what I've got here are the Katie Barnes Cuticle Pusher, and I'm also using the scissors. So I have actually got the curved scissors and I've got the straight scissors, so I'm using the straight scissors later on. So to begin with, I would always use the side to push back the cuticles, and what that will do is it will remove any of the cuticle that's adhered to the nail plate. So you need to push that all the way back, and then once you've done that, you would then come in with the other side of the cuticle tool and you would lift any more that's adhered to the nail plate, and then you will also lift any of the excess cuticle that's there before you come in with your cuticle scissors. Now, I have mentioned in previous videos, it is very important that when you do come to remove the cuticle, like I'm doing here with these scissors, you aren't removing any living tissue. It is only that dry tissue that you need to be removing. And the way that you can tell that is if you look at the cuticle itself, there's something called it's like the jelly strip that's on the nail. Okay, so that is actually living tissue. That is your cuticle. It is there for a reason. It's there to protect your natural nail, and that is where your nail grows from. So it protects and it seals the nail to prevent any infection from getting in. So ideally you don't want to be cutting that because it will bleed and then you are at risk of infection. So very gently go around all of the cuticles where you've pushed them all back and lifted away any of that dead skin that's adhered to the nail plate, and with your cuticle scissors or nippers, if that's what you've got, carefully go through and remove only the dead tissue. Okay, so these scissors are perfect for that because what you can do is you can really sort of go in. What I tend to do is sometimes close the blade of the scissors and then use the point of it just to lift out that dry flaky skin, and then come back in with the scissors and just nip that away. They're very, very delicate, so you can really sort of get in there without actually taking any of the living tissue. Now, you don't have to worry about the nail then looking sort of rough or dry around the cuticles. Initially it will look like that, and this particular lady here, she picks around her nails, so you can see there's quite a lot of dry skin further up. But later on in the video, because I am actually doing a manicure, I will show you with the exfoliator and the hand cream and the solar oil how, even though it may look a little bit dry there, that will be completely gone by the time you've finished and you've done the whole procedure. Okay, so once you've used your cuticle tools, you would then come in with a buffing block and you'll just go over and remove that surface shine, and then you'll come in with your scrub fresh and just squeak over the nails to dehydrate the nail. I'm then coming in with your bonder, and this is the first step of the Plexigel system. Now, you need to use this in order to your next product to adhere to it. So it's almost like a double-sided sticky tape, if you like. So you would apply that over to the nail first, and then you would cap the free edge. So it's a little bit different to how you would do your shellac. And then you would then go in and pop that in for a 10-second cure. Now, as I've mentioned, I am coming in here now and I am building up the nail a little bit just to make them all even. So I'm coming in with the builder gel, and I'm just creating a new free edge with the nail. So you'll pop your form on. So I've tailored the forms, pop them on, and I'm creating a free edge and then just floating that product over the top. If I need to, you've got to work quite quickly with this, but if I need to, I'll pop it in and flash cure for 10 before I move on to the next. And then once I'm happy with all the nails that I've done and I've flash cured for 10 seconds, you would then need to come in and give it a full cure on button 2B, because obviously this is the builder, this is the Plexigel, it's not the shellac, so you do need to do button 2B, and that is for 60 seconds. Okay, so once you're happy with your nails and you've built up the structure and the apex and you've got it the thickness and the shape that you want it, you would then come in and remove your nail form. So you can see here where I've created a new free edge for the nails that were slightly shorter. So now the whole hand looks relatively even. And what I'm now doing is going over the nails that didn't need extending, and I'm coming in with the shaper gel. Okay, so again, we're floating that product, and the reason we're using a shaper is because it's just an overlay that we're applying here. And what we'll do once we've done the 2 nails that didn't need extending, or sorry, 3 nails, sorry, the thumb didn't need extending, we'll pop that in, and that will have a full cure on button 2B as well. So I'm now going to repeat that whole process on the other hand. So there are a few more nails on this hand that do need extending slightly. So again, we're going to build up that free edge, not too much, just to even them all out. We're building that free edge up with the builder gel. And again, just to recap, once we've built up that free edge and we've floated the product over the top, we are going to flash cure for 10 seconds. And then move on to the next nail. What I tend to do is work the fingers first, flash cure them for 10, and then turn the hand for the thumb. If you do all of them and turn the hand without flash curing, what you'll find is when you then turn the hand back flat, all the product that you've applied to the fingers will have moved over to the side. So it is important to try and flash cure those fingers first. Work quite quickly on those. Flash cure, do the thumb, and then come back. And then as you can see, we can then, after the 10-second quick flash cure, we can remove those forms away from the fingers. And then we can then come in with your shaper. Okay, so what that will do is build up that apex, or you could use your builder if you wanted to, but because this is just an overlay on the natural nails, you then come in and you work that over the nails. Now remember, we always do over the top and then we cap the free edge. And okay, we're always floating the product, we're not dragging it over like a polish. We want to be floating that product. And the idea of an overlay is just to create a little bit more of a nice shape of the nail. So if somebody's got a particularly flat nail, or they have ridges or dents or lines, anything like that, by applying your shaper gel, what you're doing here is you're creating a nice overlay and it gives them a nice smooth surface. So once you've cured that, you would then need to come in. Obviously on the nails where I've extended, I have refined those. So you'll see on here, I'm just going over with the disperse just to remove any of that sort of powder that I've used to refine. And then to finish, you're going to come over with your protector top coat, and that will just give it a really, really nice high shine. It will harden the nails. You wouldn't, if you weren't going to apply any product to this in terms of like a nail colour, this is why you would need to use your protector top coat. Now this lady isn't having any colour on this at all. She wants to keep it clear. So you're going to come in, pop the colour on over the nail, give it that nice high shine, and then you're going to cap that free edge. And that will then need to go into the lamp for a full cure. Okay, so we repeat on the other hand as well. A layer of the protector top coat, and again where you've refined, you need to make sure that you've gone over with your disperse to remove any of the dust that you've created when you filed the nails. Pop your top coat on under the UV lamp, and that needs to go on setting number 3 because it is a top coat. You would not use Duraforce or the original top coat or the Express 5 over this. It must be the protector top coat, and then you come in with your disperse again and remove any of that tacky inhibition layer. So this is a manicure that we're doing. Obviously if it was just a shape and polish now, you would then come in with your solar oil, but we are doing a manicure now. So I'm coming in with my exfoliator. Okay, so give that a good scrub. You really, really want to be working all around the wrist, all over the knuckles, any areas where it's dry. And as I've mentioned already, this lady has a lot of dry skin around her cuticles where she tends to pick, so you really want to be giving that a good old scrub. Palms of the hands, especially if there's somebody that works quite a lot and they have calluses, really get into that dry skin and then soak their hand in the water, in the soapy water, and remove any of that excess exfoliator. Okay, towel dry the hand and then move on to the other hand. So I always apply exfoliator, whether it's on the hand or whether it's on the feet, on dry skin. And the reason that I do this is because if the hand was already wet before I applied the exfoliator, what you tend to find is the water will act as a lubricant, so it will just glide over the top. What you really want to do is get that dry skin off and get that nourishment from the exfoliator into the hand. Now, this particular exfoliator does contain oils in it, so it leaves a really nice film of oil over the top, a moisturising oil over the top. So what you want to do is work that over dry fingers, dry hands, really work that product in, then soak the hands in the water to remove the exfoliator. Choose what product you're going to use as your moisturiser. So in this one I'm using the CND, and it's the Black Cherry Sensations that I'm using here. Smells absolutely divine. In fact, all of the Sensation ones smell really nice. And you're going to use this product to massage it into the skin. Now, unfortunately in this video, the way that I've recorded it, you can actually only see me doing the hand, but obviously I massage all up into the arm as well. So you can see part of the massage, but you really want to be working that product in. So you want to give it a good massage into the arm, into the forearm, around the wrists, on top of the hand, in between all the fingers. Turn the hand over, work the inside of the wrist, the base of the thumb, and into the palm of the hand, because you do carry a lot of tension in your hands, and this can be a really relaxing treatment to have, because you can really work that stress out of the palm of the hands. As with the feet, you will have reflex points in the hands as well, so it's very beneficial. And obviously the product itself, while you're doing the massage, you are pushing that deeper into the skin, so again it's going to have a really nourishing effect on the skin. Okay, so we're now coming in with the CND Disperse, and we're just going to go over the top of that and remove any of the lotion that is left on the nail plate. Okay, so it will have soaked into the cuticles by now and into the hand, but what you don't want is any left on the actual nail itself, because it will just smear up that varnish, and you want to sort of leave the manicure with a really nice high shine. And to finish, you're just going to pop a drop of solar oil on every single finger, and you're going to work that into the cuticles and under the free edge of the nail into the hyponychium, and you're going to let that soak in. Once you've done all 10 fingers, you would then come in with a dry cotton pad, and you'll just buff over the top, just to remove that oily shine, so that when you come to take your photo, you're not sort of looking slick with oil.